It's Joe Mitchell, ActivateYourGreatness.com. And I want to thank you for watching this video about tapping into confidence. So last month we had a theme of eliminating procrastination, and we really focused on ways that we could do that and things that are blocking us internally. Because let's face it, your internal mindset is 80% of the battle. Strategy is probably 20%. But when we focus on that 80%, what will happen is the strategies will come. Strategies will happen. But if we just focus on the strategies and we're blocked by self-limiting beliefs or doubts or fears, then we just don't make the progress that we're determined to make. So what we're going to do is and what I always focus on and my mission is to help people to have that mindset that is going to allow them to make major changes in their lives and really activate their greatness. So last month, as I said, we were talking about eliminate procrastination. This month we have a different focus, and the focus this month is on visibility, being visible. And there are two things that really make all the difference in terms of our willingness and our eagerness to be visible. And those are confidence and courage. So those are the two things that we're going to dive very deeply into this month. And perhaps at the end of the month we'll have some type of a visibility challenge where we'll actually get out there and do some Facebook Lives, do some things that aren't maybe so easy for us to do, because we really need to make an effort to do these things. So let's see here, just one second. I'm wanting to see if there's anybody here joining me. Okay, so let's talk about tapping. So anyway, we want a very powerful technique to get rid of these self-limiting beliefs, especially around confidence and courage. When our confidence and courage get much higher, our lives change for the better, very, very powerfully. So let's talk about how we do that. And one of the things that I am known for and that I am standing for is tapping. Tapping is really something that if you learn how to do it and you get good at it, your life is going to take on a level of ease and a level of joy that you have never experienced before. So stick with me for a little while. Watch what we're talking about. First of all, what is this thing that Joe is calling tapping? Tapping. It sounds crazy, you know. It's not tap dancing, guys. Okay, it's tapping. And what tapping is tapping on acupressure points. Points that are in the body's meridian system. Okay, so we have veins and we have a flow of blood throughout our body. Now we also have an energetic body, a body that also carries our energy through our body, and this is called the meridian system in Chinese acupuncture. And this meridian system is powerful. And what happens is when we have negative emotions, it gets really tight. And what we want to do is we want to release all of the pent-up emotions that we have in our energy system. And we do that through tapping. So without further ado, I'm going to go through the tapping points. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is learn the points, and then you want to learn how to use tapping to shift issues in your life. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the points. So the first point is the karate chop point. Right here, We go karate chop, and we tap with these fingers and karate chop. Tap, 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 tap. Okay, and while we do that, we say what's called a setup phrase, which we'll go into in a minute. I'm not going to show you all the points tonight. I'm only going to show you a couple of them, because I think that these couple will make all the difference. Okay, first one is right here on the eyebrows. It's called the side of the eye, and you'll feel a bone there. And you're going to use 3 fingers on both hands, and you're going to tap on the sides. Okay. The next one is underneath. Okay. If you're wearing glasses, you can go a little lower, but you're going underneath the eye, and it's right here on this bone that you want to tap. Very powerful to tap right on this bone. Beautiful. Beautiful. Third one is right here. Okay, and it's called the collarbone point. So you feel your collarbones and go just a little bit below. And you're going to tap right like this on either side of the middle. Tap right like this. Beautiful. And while we're tapping, what we're going to be doing is we're going to say the setup phrase. And the final point that we're going to use tonight, there are more points, but we're just going to focus on a few points, is the wrist point. And what you're going to do with the wrist point is you're going to tap your wrists like this. Just tap the wrists together, just slightly below the wrist point. And you're going to tap like this. And then when we finish, we're going to go there. Okay, so let's start tapping. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the negative. Now, here's the major thing about tapping, and you really got to understand this. This is really critical. Okay, and that is that we tap on the negative to release it, and then we build up the positive. But the first thing that we do, and the focus of most of our tapping, is going to be on the negative and releasing it. So when we release it, the meridians free up, and then we can pour positive energy in there, and we can really get powerful. So let's start with the negative. Okay? Now, here's the thing. I'm going to say some things, and I'd like you to repeat them, or repeat something that works for you. It's not so important that you repeat exactly what I say, but it's much more important that you repeat what is true for you. Okay? Now let me tell you, we're focusing on the negative so that we can release the negative. Okay? If you just focus on the positive, if you just say, well, I'm a positive person and I believe in optimism and positive thinking, that will get you so far. But if you focus on releasing the negative with tapping, when you release that negative, that positive will just flow into you like magic. Okay, this is so important to understand. And this is why we do this silly thing called tapping on our bodies, because it works so powerfully to release the negative. So, let's start tapping here. And the first thing we say is we say this setup statement, and the setup statement is the setup statement is, I deeply and completely accept myself, even though I feel like a loser. How about that one? I deeply and completely accept myself, even though I feel like a loser in a particular area of my life. I feel like it. So think about an area of your life where you feel like maybe you're not doing as well. You don't feel very confident in that area. Maybe you've been procrastinating. Maybe you have been avoiding. Maybe you've just been performing poorly. Think about one of those areas where you don't feel that confident. Okay? Because when we talk about loser, I don't want you to feel that you're a loser in every area of your life, but when I say loser, I'm talking about in this particular area. And what you want to do is you want to give yourself a rating. It really helps that when we first start tapping, if we look at, well, like how long, like how intense is this feeling that I'm feeling about not cleaning up my house. My house is a mess. I'm embarrassed to invite anybody over. Thank God for coronavirus, because I can't invite anybody over right now. And when I think about my house and how messy it is, on a scale from 0 to 10, where 0 is nothing, 0, and 10 is I am massively emotional about it, I'm about a 6. When I really think about it, and I think about somebody walking in and seeing how messy my house really is, it's about a 6. So what we want to do is we want to tap on it and see what it is. But you want to first feel like, what is this? What is the number that you give to this feeling of that you're not confident about? Okay? I'm sorry to bring up all the negative stuff, but listen, when we tap on it and it goes away, you're going to thank me. You're going to say, "Wow, I am so glad that I did that." Okay? So this is a very short intro to tapping, but if you stick with me here, you will feel the power of tapping. It's not something that you can think about. You got to feel the power of tapping. So let's start tapping on that thing. Now, I want you to put in your mind that thing. It could be your house. It could be, you have 10 extra pounds because you haven't been going to the gym. Gym's closed. It could be you're eating foods that you don't think are good for you. Maybe you're not getting enough sleep. There can be all kinds of things that lower your confidence. But I want you to think about something right now, a negative thing that is lowering your confidence. And we're going to turn it around. So don't get like, "Oh God." We're going to turn it around. So I deeply and completely accept myself, even though I feel like a loser and I don't feel like I can turn my life around in this area. Say that with me 2 more times. Okay? I deeply and completely accept myself, even though I feel like a loser and I don't think I can turn around this area of my life. Even though. So I deeply and completely accept myself, even though I feel like a loser and I don't think I can turn around this area of my life. Okay? Now we're going to start tapping on the points. First point on the face points here. First point. I feel like a loser. In this area of my life, I feel like a loser. I don't think I can turn it around. Okay? I feel like a loser. Right under the nose, I feel like a loser. I wish I could turn it around, but I don't believe that I can. Underneath the lip. I feel like a loser. And I don't know what to do about it. I feel like a loser. I'm just not good enough. In this area of my life, I am not good enough. I want you to bring that, feel in your body, feel that feeling that you feel when you think about this area of your life. I feel like a loser. And I don't know what to do about it. I don't think I can change it. And then put your hands together and take a deep breath. And then exhale. And just let's get it down. Good. You're doing great. You're doing great. Now, we're going to do another round. Okay, just take a look. Just take a look at your feelings and think about that area again. And think about, like, has it changed at all? Is it still that number, that 7 for me? Is it still that number, or has it gone down? Okay, just notice, because we're going to do another round. Okay, so we're not going to do this part. Although you can do this in a freestyle way, and it's fine for you to do it any way you want. But I'm going to just go down the body. This is my thing. Go down the body, and we stay at each point perhaps for 10 to 15, maybe 5 to 10 seconds. Okay? So, I'm just a loser when it comes to this area. Just a loser when it comes to this area. I don't know if I can turn it around. I just don't know if I can turn this area around. Feel like a loser. Wow. Sometimes I'll just tap here as well. I just don't feel like I'm really critical of myself, and I should be, because I'm not performing the way I want to. Start to say the things that you feel about this area and how it feels as you tap. Feel the feelings. So there are two things that you want to do when you're tapping. You want to say the thoughts, and you want to feel the feelings. I feel really sad about my performance in this area. I feel really sad about my performance in this area. I so wish I could do better, but I don't feel like I can. I wish I could do better, but I don't feel like I can. I really want to do better, but I feel like I'm holding myself back. Now let's go to the top of the head. I'm holding myself back. Holding myself back. Don't know why I'm holding myself back, but I'm holding myself back. I don't feel confident. I don't feel confident right now in this area of my life. I want to feel confident, but I don't feel confident. I want to feel confident, but I don't feel confident. I'm such a loser. I'm such a loser. I'm such a loser. Why can't I change? I'm so frustrated with myself. Why can't I change? I'm so frustrated with myself. Why can't I change? Take a deep breath in, and then exhale. Beautiful. Beautiful. So now just notice when we're thinking about that thing that you don't feel so good about. How do you feel now? Okay? I'll bet you that it's shifted. I'll bet you if you have done this, it has shifted. Tapping works. I mean, every time I do it with anyone and we're working one-on-one, I just feel like, wow, things really, really work. Well, while I'm thinking about it, I recently wrote a book, and it's called The Art of Joyful Achieving. And it's all about how to reach your big goals without stress. It's on Amazon, and it actually was the Amazon #1 bestseller. The Art of Joyful Achieving. Go get it. I'm telling you, it's really a great book. Okay, I created this system called the Daring Success System, and I use tapping in there to help you to let go of all the things that are stopping you from reaching those big goals. Okay, so now there are two kinds of tapping. According to the Art of Joyful Achieving, there are two kinds of tapping. One is release tapping, which we just did, and the other that we're going to do is called power tapping. And now when we're power tapping, what we're going to do is we are going to tap on the positive. Now I'm going to say a bunch of affirmations, and as I say those affirmations, I want you to just tap along with me. Okay, so tap along with me. Here we go. I inhale confidence with every breath. Say it again. I inhale confidence with every breath. I inhale confidence with every breath. I have confidence in my abilities and in myself. I have confidence in my abilities and in myself. I have confidence in my abilities and in myself. My natural state is one of confidence. My natural state is one of confidence. My natural state is one of confidence. I deal with setbacks and failures calmly and joyfully. I deal with setbacks and failures confidently and joyfully. I deal with setbacks and failures confidently and joyfully. My confidence and courage grow when I take action. My confidence and courage grow when I take action. And I take action. I take action. I take action. Good. Taking a deep breath. Okay, so thinking about that thing, I want you, like, as we're doing this tapping, I want you to be thinking about that thing, because it's really the thing that will shift this. Okay, and I just want you to notice how you feel now. Think about that thing that's been a little difficult for you, and just notice how you feel. You might have been a 7 or a 5 before. What are you now? A lot of people drop to 2, 1. Some people drop to 0. I was tapping with a lady today, and we were tapping on a very difficult situation for her, and she went all the way to 0. A very difficult situation was 0. So it can happen. Okay? So we'll do one more round, and then we'll call it a night. Okay? Okay. I face the things I fear most. Even though it's difficult sometimes, I face the things I fear most. Now think about that thing that you want to shift. Think about it. Okay? Even though it's hard, I face the things that I fear the most. Beautiful. I expect to accomplish great things in the future. Just feel that about this area. I expect to accomplish great things in the future. One more time. I expect to accomplish great things in the future. My confidence expands from one day to the next. Think about this area again. My confidence expands from one day to the next. One more time. My confidence expands from one day to the next. I have confidence in my abilities and in myself. I have confidence in my abilities and in myself. I have confidence in my abilities and in myself. Today, I am feeling more confident in this area than I ever have. Today, I am feeling more confident in this area than I ever have. Today, I am feeling more confident in this area than I ever have. With each breath, I inhale confidence and exhale doubt. With each breath, I inhale confidence and exhale doubt. With each breath, I inhale confidence and exhale doubt. Taking a deep breath, and then exhale the doubt. Beautiful. You did great. Thank you so much. You did great. Really appreciate your going through this practice. Okay? I know sometimes it feels like, what the heck am I doing? But I want you to notice how you feel and notice the shift that's happened. My book is we have a launch next week, so you'll be hearing more about my book next week. The launch is happening on Wednesday. You can get it on Amazon. I'm sorry, the launch is happening the day after Tax Day. Tax Day is Wednesday, the day after Tax Day. Okay, and you can get it there. If you'd like to do a one-on-one tapping session with me, please Facebook message me. Say, I'd like to do a tapping session. I'll tell you, I'll do a 15-20 minute tapping session with you, and you'll be like, wow, an important area in my life has really shifted. So that's all for tonight. I really appreciate you being here, listening and I hope that you will have a night or a day or a morning or an afternoon, whatever time it is now. I hope that you will put your confidence and yourself into your day. So thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for being here. I've really appreciated being able to do this with you. And that's the end of our time together tonight. Good night.